Anthony here, Aquascaping on the Fly, Living Art Creations. I am your host and your content creator. Today, well, as you can tell, I went out thrifting and I've got 3 different containers that all have one characteristic. These are candy dishes. So we do have, and these all came from the same place. I think it's called This N That. Let me confirm. Yes, This N That Resale, which is in Watauga, Texas. Because remember, I'm in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, and what was cool is because this was it was an antique shop. These two, even though this one says $22.50, it was 50% off. So that one cost me $11.25. This one would cost me $10. This one cost me $2. So the nice thing is, you've got this great Art Deco, which is the first one I found, and I loved it. And then when I saw it 50% off, I was like, okay, it's my budget, because I set myself $10 was my max. And then this one, super traditional. I love it. And this was just very, very plain, very primitive. I'm thinking this might have had a lid. These would not have had a lid. This one might. Well, maybe not. It's smooth at the top. It maybe didn't have anything on this top. But these would have been used. Definitely this one's a candy dish. The other two are candy dish. But because, well, I hate to say this, portion sizes apparently were a lot smaller years and years and years ago when this stuff was popular and people were using it. It could have been, we would use it as a candy dish. This literally could have been to hold something for your dinner in it. That's how smaller the portions were back then. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying about that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow the last video I did. I just did a really simple, clean it, put some rock in it, and I've collected some moss that I want to use. These are going to stay open air because I'm probably going to end up giving these away as gifts for people that I'm close to. Something that's super, super easy. Now, because we're in Texas, the terrestrial moss that I have access to, it does not like to stay wet. So I've been trying to grow different types of moss here in my growth chamber, and they just die out. I've only got one that's successfully two. And they're not that, one's really pretty and then one's not pretty. And then, but the one I'm working with today grows in mounds and looks amazing. It's going to be beautiful. And this is the first time that I've ever, well, on one other build, I bought 1 bag of rock because I wanted the rock to be really pretty. The rock is going to be the showstopper. This will take so little because these containers are so much smaller. So I can just put a few of the rocks in there. We'll put the moss on it and we'll be done. If I put a stick in there, it better be something small because that's all I've got room for. But let me get these cleaned off camera and put a little pad down at the bottom so that our rocks don't scratch it, and I'll show you how to do that, and then we'll take it from there. So thanks for joining me today. Okay, so here's what I'm talking about. You've all seen this. It's just the packing material that comes in. Some of your packages come in. I'm just putting this down on the bottom just to protect the bottom from getting scratched when I'm putting the rock in there. That's all it's in there for. It's not, there's no other reason. I just think it's a good idea to protect the bottom. Now I have felt I could put in there, but I have this stuff lying around because I don't throw anything away. So I just want to make sure that if I switch this up, which I probably will do, I know the one that I think I'm going to keep and the 2 I think that would be great gifts. But I mean, you never know what you're going to do with the future vessel. Oh, one thing, when I was washing these just now, I was washing the base of this one, and I was turning the sponge around it. Oh my gosh, if you guys have ever heard when they take glass and do a concert just with the glasses with water in them, and they rim their finger around the edge. This thing sang like crazy. This is a beautiful sound for this one. And I've never had that happen before when I was cleaning some glass like that. Normally, I mean, expensive glass does it, but I didn't think a little candy dish would. Maybe not. This needs more. look of it. There. We'll start with this one then. All right, so I'm just going to go with the curve. Wherever it's curved, that's where I'm going to put it. Now remember, this stuff grows native to where I am, but as I was saying, it doesn't like to be wet. It grows on rock, so the soil that's with it is the soil it just keeps. And whatever blows, the soil that blows up in that rock, maybe that's how it adds to the size of the moss. Set that aside. I'm not done with that one. What I like about this moss is because it stays intact, it's kind of spongy, and you can literally mold it like it wants to be molded to the rocks around it. Maybe that one piece is too big. There, that helps. Definitely needs a twig. see, well, I hope you can, I hope you can see that. I didn't think about this thing in my way. I'm literally, just like I did in the first one and that one, trying to mold, pick out the pieces that look like, yeah, that would be there. It's kind of like it's like a puzzle. It really is like a puzzle. All right, let me look for some wood. Just hear that. Yes, I just broke it. But hey, we'll still use it. Okay. No brainer whatsoever on this one. If you haven't watched it, please do. I love it. It's one of my favorites. I did a Harry Potter Elder Wand video where the Elder Wand, if you're a fan of the Harry Potter, well, in the movies, at the end, you think in the movies that Harry destroyed the wand and throws it down into the grounds of Hogwarts. Well, in my video, the Elder Wand finds itself back at Hogwarts in the Forbidden Forest, intact, suspended, waiting for the next chosen one. So that's my take. That's my take on it. And anyway, I love the one that I put in there. I mean, it looks just like a wand, and it's this type of branch I'm working on right now. And it was just amazing. All right, there's that one. This little one. I did go out today and picked up some pebbles. It's literally like when I see this moss growing, it's got rocks all around it. Moss grows in the same location as the other. Same thing for it. It's not going to be a fan of being wet all the time. Yeah, that looks good. Now this moss, I don't know how it's going to grow. We'll see. It usually likes bark to grow on. Make sure your branches really pop out. I like to experiment like this because then I think if we learn something about, okay, that worked, that didn't work, it just helps us further advance our, skill set in our hobby. I really do hope these work out because I can see these really being cool gifts. Yeah, I think I have this one. Maybe right there. Now, if you wanted to, you could add to this like little torn up leaves, just to dress it up. Since we're experimenting here to see if this is even going to survive, I kind of go on pretty basic. I really love the shape of these two that are the octagons. So I have a favorite vessel and I have a favorite interior, and they're not the same one. Okay, that's a cool look. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy. Let me know. And you guys have a great evening. Bye-bye.